Ladies and gentlemen, it is officially the start of Operation Apocalypse Z, and with the new operation comes updates to Blackout, a new zombies map, multiplayer changes, a new specialist character, 3 new multiplayer maps, and with every new event, we get an update to the black market, a new Contraband stream, new content in Blackjack Shop, and of course, as we are now used to, updates to Reserve. And generally speaking, with the beginning of any one of these events, I go through, purchase all of the tiers in the Contraband stream, and talk to you guys about whether or not it is worth spending your own money on them. And today is going to be the first Contraband stream out of the entire game that I refuse to spend my money on. And you're going to see why throughout this video. We are going to talk specifically about this Contraband stream and Reserves, talk about what's inside them, and why it's kind of extremely detrimental for the game. Now, I will say I did get really lucky out of the previous weapon bribes I've had saved up, but we'll talk about that throughout the rest of the video. But before we dive into the video, I just wanted to thank you guys for the recent support. Over the past 30 days, we've got almost 25,000 new subscribers to the channel. So seriously, thank you guys so much. You're absolutely amazing. But even with that recent support, only about 12.8% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed to the channel. So if you like what you see here and want to stay up to date on all my videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn notifications on. But anyway, let's get back into this Contraband stream. So the question is, why do I say not to buy this Contraband stream? So first of all, let me start out by showing you what's actually inside it. So first of all, at level 1, you unlock Reaper. This is pretty simple. Just play one game, win one game, or get one kill in Blackout. You unlock Reaper. But after that, we've got a weapon charm, a gesture, which is really nothing fancy. It's shooting off fireworks, which you'd think would have been part of the July 4th event, but here we are. We've got a grave sticker, a jump pack, which I do like the jump packs, I'm not going to lie, but still not worth spending $5 on in my opinion. After this, the next good thing that's not a calling card or a sticker is this skin here. So this skin is for Firebreak. It's a snake skin. Nothing really fancy. Much better skins as we're going to see coming up here. After this, the next good thing that we got is kind of this next gesture called the Breakin' for Beats. And it's just kind of like a dancing gesture. Nothing that we haven't seen before. Now, probably, in my opinion, one of the best things in this stream is this skin right here. It's the Farmer. It is for Torque. Pretty straightforward. He is a zombie. Almost every single one of these specialist characters in this event gets a new zombie skin. I think some of them are going to be available to purchase. Some of them are available through the Contraband stream. And some of them are available through Reserves. Moving forward, we got some more stickers, calling cards, face paints, and then at level 20, we get one of the best things. You get the Wondergewehr 115. This is a Mastercraft variant for the Koshka, and honestly, it looks pretty damn good. And on top of that, I absolutely love the cutscene. It fits with the whole zombies theme. And honestly, this is probably the best thing you're going to get out of this Contraband stream, if I'm being completely honest. After this, we've got a skin for Reaper, and as far as this skin goes, it's really not that great. There's a much better Reaper skin within Reserves, which we'll talk about in a minute. After that, the next good thing you're going to get is probably this skin for Prophet. Once again, pretty lackluster. After some more calling cards, some more stickers, we then have another gesture. This one I like. It's with the ray gun. You can see whatever character you have shoots the ray gun. After this is another zombie skin. This one is for Zero. I think this one's pretty damn good looking. You have the whole waitress outfit, stabbed with knives, stabbed with scissors. I think it's pretty cool. And then we get up into the top tiers. Once again, another lackluster skin for Crash. And then finally, another gesture, which is the Devil's Diary, which once again kind of fits with the zombies theme. And then finally at level 40, you get an ultra weapon bribe. So the first thing you're going to notice upon reaching level 40 after getting your ultra weapon bribe is that is it. There's only 40 tiers in this operation, and this operation is only 27 days, which is weird because generally the next operation is 70 days after the start of this one. Last time it was 35 and 35, so I'm not quite sure for what they have planned for after the 27 days. So I kind of like that they're adding more content more frequently, but it's still weird to see this end in 27 days. Now, as far as the reason why I say I am not buying this, I am not purchasing it, there's a very specific reason. And what it comes down to is the fact that if you look at every other Contraband stream we've had so far, there's always been a ranged weapon within the Contraband stream. And yes, you could argue that your ultra weapon bribe is going to give you a ranged weapon. However, the problem I have with that is it leaves it down to chance. It doesn't show you what weapon you're getting, and it allows them to put more content within reserves for you to try to get these weapons. It's kind of a cop-out, right? Not to mention that originally, when Contraband streams were first implemented into Black Ops 4, originally there were 3 weapons in Contraband streams at the launch of Black Ops 4. Then they reduced it down to 2, and then with the last operation down to 1, and now we are at 0. You can very clearly see they are moving further and further away from this Contraband system and putting more and more things in reserves. But that's actually not my only problem. So when I look at the Contraband stream here, this is really the only content black market wise throughout the entire event that is going to be completely free. Yes, you can unlock some reserves and have those give you some free content, but for the things that you actually know you are going to get from simply playing the game, the Contraband stream is pretty much it, which is why in the past I've really had no problem with spending my money on this, because I knew exactly what I was getting, and if I really wanted, I could just play the game and get it for free. I actually quite like the Contraband system. However, not only did they go egregious with the reserves, let's also have a look at what they put into paid content. And I'm going to get rid of my face here real quick, so that you guys can see everything that I'm talking about. If we go over to the Blackjack shop, a lot of the really good content they are adding is paid content. One of my favorite pieces of content that they've added is called the Prepper. It's a skin for Spectre, and it's going to cost you 800 COD points. And with this, you get the skin and 2 reserve crates. Honestly, I have no idea why they added the 2 reserve crates to this. It's kind of pointless. Just sell the skin. It doesn't make any sense. But also on top of that, we have the weaponized 115 camo and a special order that is the Gearhead Mastercraft variant. This one, honestly, I don't love it. It's kind of bland if you ask me. But it also comes with a 5% tier boost, which is kind of important for getting more tiers and getting more reserves. It also comes with a gesture, as we can see here, the kind of infected teddy bear gesture, as you can see, and of course a sticker, because, you know, Call of Duty can't get away from their stickers. And this one's going to cost you $19 or 1,900 COD points. On top of that, in the reserves over here, they've also introduced the Survivor Pack. This Survivor Pack is going to come with the Danny Trejo Blackout character, which I kind of like. Also a jump pack to go with it, a weapon charm, and finally 5 reserve crates. So as far as these reserve crates go, it just kind of inflates the price of this overall pack, and I don't really love that. But this is going to cost you $15. So another big problem I have here is, as you can see with this new event, you have to have, first of all, the Black Ops Pass to get the new maps, the new Zombies map, so you got to pay for that. On top of that, afterwards, you also have to get the Contraband stream. You can either earn it from playing or buy it. On top of that, there's a ton of this paid content within game. So if you want the Contraband stream and everything that they implemented within the game today, which includes the Blackjack shop items and the Survivor Pack we just looked at, that is going to cost you $88 on top of the price of the game, on top of the price of the Black Ops Pass, and that doesn't even mention the reserves that we're going to talk about in a second. So as far as that goes, that is very, very expensive for a new operation. $88 plus the game, plus the Black Ops Pass, plus in 27 days there's going to be another event where they're going to ask for even more money. Not to mention every single week they add new items into the Blackjack shop. You can really see how the price of all of this stuff really starts to add up and get quite insane. And on top of all of that money you have just already spent, that $88 plus the purchase of the game, plus the season pass, we haven't even gotten any of the reserve items yet, which are completely random chance items that you can potentially get through playing the game. So first of all, to understand what I'm going to say here, you first have to see what is actually in these reserves. So have a look at this. So all of that new content that we just saw is only in reserves. You can't just buy it. You can't level up your Contraband stream that used to be 100 tiers and earn it the way we used to in game. It is all within reserves. And it's frustrating because I don't play enough to actually earn all of these things. It's my job to play Call of Duty, and I simply don't play enough, which obviously you can see a problem. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had a weapon bribe saved up from the previous event, and I was lucky enough to get the Argus. On top of that, I had cases saved up, and I was lucky enough to get the crossbow. So I have both of the new weapons through the reserves, but it's still frustrating because even though I have them, I know a lot of you watching this video are not going to have them. So this is where this gets frustrating for me. When I look at everything that they put in those reserves, there's a lot of really great items, things that I want to play the game with. For example, M Shadows being a blackout character. Really damn cool. Most people are not going to get him out of reserves. On top of that, there is new weapons. On top of that, there are some really cool camos, some Mark II variants that all look really, really cool. The majority of players playing this game are not going to get their hands on those items. So not only did the development team spend a bunch of time making these things in game that people are simply not going to get to use, people get mad at the game that they're not going to get these items and stop playing the game altogether. It's such a vicious cycle that they are making worse and worse with every event. And some people are going to say, they didn't do anything too bad in this event. In fact, adding the duplicate protected bribes, adding in free ultra weapon bribes is making the game better. Yes, those are making the game better, but they had to break the game in the first place with reserves and then have to fix it in the long run, which makes them lose players. And on top of that, as we saw by the trailer, as we saw by everything we looked at, they are moving away from content that you can actually earn in the Contraband streams by simply playing the game and knowing what you're going to earn, to now content that you have to get lucky and get through reserves. I've said it before, I will say it again. It seems with every update they implement amazing new maps, new awesome content with Blackout, with Alcatraz, stuff like that, but then take 10 steps back with the reserve system, with the black market system. And I know they need to make money. I know that they're a company that needs to earn and make money, but when you see all of the good items move from things you can earn into reserves that you have to spin a slot machine to potentially earn, it is very, very frustrating to watch. And I just wanted to make this video because, one, I have made it for every single operation thus far, and two, to give you my opinion on what they've done with the black market in this event. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, I would really appreciate a like rating. On top of that, let me know what you think about these updates down in the comments below. And as always, if you like what you see here and want to stay up to date on all my content, I do have a video coming out later this afternoon about Reaper. If you do, I would appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button and make sure you have notifications turned on. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Maybe you should take it slow.